What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today we're gonna be going over to the dark side of Australian English. We're gonna be talking about the most gruesome, vile, nasty, dirty, perverted Australian words. Words that you would never say around your mother. So, if you have weak ears, if you don't like sexual, dirty topics, then click off this video, leave now. But if you wanna know some dirty Australian slang, you wanna get a little taste of what they say here down under, then keep watching, because we're getting right into it. 20 dirty Australian slang words. Number 1 is a slapper. A slapper is a slut, a whore, a dirty slapper. Number 2 is a wristy, or a rough wristy, and that means a hand job. If you're giving someone a wristy or a rough wristy, then you are giving them a hand job. Number 3 is shag. Shag means to fuck, to have sex. You gonna shag? Yeah, we shagged. But if that is not a dirty enough way to say sex for you, don't worry, because we got another one. And that is root. To get a root. To get a root. To get some sex. To have sex. I don't think women would ever say this. This is strictly for the boys. You get a root last night? Oh, fuck yeah, man. Got a root. In similar fashion, we got number 5, which is a root rat. A root rat is a sex addict. Someone who really likes sex. Always looking for sex. Always hooking up with people. Always chasing after someone in the bars. You know, that, my friend, is a root rat. Number 6, and that is crack a fat. If you crack a fat, that means you're getting an erection. You are getting a stiff boner. Number 7, and we got gobby. Getting some gobby is to be getting head, to get a blowjob. Gobby is definitely one of my favorite dirty Aussie words. Next up is a fuckwit. A fuckwit is a fuckwit. It's an idiot. I don't know how else to say it. They're just a fucking idiot. They're a fuckwit. This one is not as harsh as the past couple, but it is used a lot, and that is a wanker. You fucking wanker, you fucking dickhead. A wanker is just like a dickhead. Someone who's, I don't know, kind of like an asshole, an idiot. Hard to really pinpoint a definition of wanker, but I'd say the closest word to it is probably a dickhead. Mate's a fucking wanker. Alright, now the next 3, I did not learn from hearing people say them, but I learned them from Cards Against Humanity Australian Edition, where they have some cards that are related to just Australia, and I gotta say, some of those cards are pretty good and taught me some real dirty Australian slang, so brace yourself. The first one is a soggy sayo. A sayo is short for a square Australian biscuit, and a soggy sayo is pretty much when a bunch of guys get in a circle and they wank, they jack off, they do a little circle jerk onto a sayo, onto a little square biscuit, and the last one to finish has to eat the biscuit. Hence the name soggy sayo. You don't believe me? This is literally the definition on Urban Dictionary. Next up is a didgeridoo. So a didgeridoo is an instrument that looks like this that the indigenous people of Australia play. Well, a didgeridoo is pretty much a dildo that is the size of one of those instruments, a giant dildo. Man, that chick is loose as a goose down there. She could take a didgeridoo. Quick interjection, I'd just like to say real quick, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big like. Comment below any more dirty Aussie words that you might know. Also, if you know anyone that you think might enjoy this video, maybe your mom, no, I'm just kidding. Please send this to them. You have no idea how much I appreciate it when you guys share my videos, so thanks so much. Anyways, back to the video. Next up, we got dry as a witch's tit, or dry as a dead dingo's donger. And this just means you're really thirsty, but not thirsty for like water, like thirsty for beer, thirsty for another drink. The bartender's moving slow, there's a big line. Ah, man, I'm freaking dry as a witch's tit. Next up, number 13, and that is bat or crank. To have a bat, have a crank means to masturbate, to jack off, to jerk it, choke your chicken, whatever you want to call it. But just know in Australia there are 2 more ways to say it, and that is bat and crank. Number 14 is an axe wound, and a axe wound is just a vagina. I think we might have this in America, but I don't know, I haven't really heard it in America before, I don't think, like maybe once. Also something you can know, here's a little bonus one, is fanny. So in America, fanny is like a polite way to say like your butt. Like you say it's like a kid, like, oh, like your bottom, your fanny, your behind. But in Australia, your fanny does not refer to your ass. A fanny in Australia refers to a vagina. Next up is a franger, and a franger is a condom. Kind of like how we say in America rubbers, but here in Australia, rubber doesn't mean condom, it means eraser. Speaking of condoms, you're gonna wanna put one on your old fella. Because here in Australia, your old fella is a way to refer to your penis. Penis, what am I, 12? Your cock, your schlong, your dick, your phallus, I don't know, whatever you wanna call it. Next up, number 17, and that is pash. Pash in Australia just means to make out. The next 3 are all words that we do say, I guess, in America. Like, it's not like they're like words you've never heard of, but they're words that we just don't actually use. And here in Australia, they love these words. These are like 3 of their favorite words. They say them all the time. And that is 1, fuckhead. A fuckhead. A fuckhead is someone who is fucked in the head. Someone who's just stupid and annoying. They're a fuckhead. Next up, and I realized I kind of said this one in the beginning, but that is a dickhead. A dickhead is a jerk, an idiot. Of all the things I've said, that might be the number 1 used slur here in Australia. Actually, I totally take that back. That is the number 2 most said slur, dirty word or whatever in Australia. Because the number 1 most commonly said dirty Australian word is cunt. I feel wrong just even saying it. In America, that is like one of the worst words you can use. It is incredibly harsh. It is offensive. People will take a step back if they hear you say that. However, that is the total opposite here in Australia. In Australia, cunt isn't even a bad word. It hardly even has a negative connotation here. I mean, I guess it depends what group you're with, but it's definitely not any worse than like any other like curse word. Over half the time that they use it, it's in a positive way. Like, like he's a good cunt, he's a good guy, he's a good man. Dude, he's a fucking mad cunt, sick cunt, dirty cunt. I don't know, you can just put it with whatever word you want. I do have to say though, it really does just fit the Aussie accent well because I cannot say it. Like for this video is like really the only time that I've said it. However, when I'm around Aussies and they say it, it's like when I first came here, I was kind of like, like, you know, it catches your attention. Now when they talk and they say it, like I literally just in one ear out the other. It's like any other word. If you want to learn more Aussie slang, I've done a video of 100 Aussie words and phrases, and I've also done another video of 50 more Aussie words and phrases, so they'll all be linked in the description below, or you can check out one of those videos if you want to learn more cool shit about Australia. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, guys.